It's 7 o'clock.
All right, it is 7 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, Hunter.
I gotta turn on my
7 o'clock for you. It is time for the Fantasy Recap Playoff Edition show as we preview the semifinal games. There is now 4 teams left for the money, and we'll see who wins out this week. Real quickly to recap the first round of the playoffs, we had 2 big-time games. They weren't as close as some of us thought they would be, but first matchup was me versus Slaps, and I get the 120-107 victory. Despite Lamar Jackson trying to pop off for 48 points on Monday night, which is what Slaps needed, he fell a little bit short as he had the case of the shits in the third quarter, thank God. And so, yeah, he gets 34 points, but he needed 48 from Lamar as my team had put up a solid performance led by Aaron Rodgers getting me 30 huge points, Alvin Kamara getting 22. That's what I like to see from Kamara, even though fuck Taysom Hill. Kenyon Drake filled in nicely for Gibson with 16. The disappointment of the week for me was my Tampa Bay players against Minnesota. Godwin only got 4. Gronk only got 7. But my Cardinals defense got me 20, who I picked up off of waivers using some money for that. On Slaps' side, decent performances from his running backs, but nothing crazy as they only got 10 and 12. DK had a nice game with 18 as he caught a touchdown, but then after that, the bottom of Slaps' lineup really underperformed and was kind of the difference in the game. Evans only got 8. Hayden Hurst only got 1.7. Shepard 6, and the Bengals defense only got him 4. But GG's to Slaps, as one of us had to move on. GG's to him. Lamar Jackson put up a good effort, but it wasn't quite enough as Slaps as the rest of his team kind of let him down. And Slaps did have a lot of injuries, though, as DJ Moore didn't play, Galladay didn't play. So, yeah, not a whole lot on Slaps' bench that he could have done differently. So at least you go out without making a mistake. It's there's nothing worse.
Troll player too.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than benching someone that could have won you the game. So at least you didn't have that, Slaps. Any comments after the tough exit? But at least you made the playoffs, so a good solid season for you, Slaps. Any comments?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how it went. You know, I'm frustrated with some trades I made throughout the year. You know, the Josh Jacobs and Kenny Galladay for Dalvin Cook was the big one. Made a mistake there.
Yeah, that didn't work out for you in the long run.
Nah, I mean, I don't think Galladay. I think Galladay in his first game for me went off injured in the first quarter, and that was that.
Yeah, Jacobs hasn't really been anything too special.
Yeah,
Much rather have Cook.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I could have potentially progressed. Well, I would have had a better opportunity to beat guys later in the league in the year. To have made kind of
instead he's on Puke's perfect team. You hate to see it.
Yep. So I mean,
fuck
GG's
you,
mate.
Craig.
GG's mate, well played.
Yeah.
I'll learn for next year, and I'll be making the playoffs again next year.
All right, you love to hear that. Good season, Slaps. Overall, you make the playoffs. That's always a good season. So GG's to Slaps. Moving on to the second game of the playoffs last week. First round, we had Zach versus Matt, and this was a big matchup. Fell a little bit short as Zach kind of put the hammer to Matt. 154 to 117. Huge week for Zach's team. You love to see that if you're Zach, as everybody performed. Justin Herbert was probably the one weaker spot with only 15 points against that juicy matchup, but it didn't matter as he got 18 from Carson, 10 from McKissick, not bad. Can't guard Mike did his normal thing with 16, looking more normal. Allen Robinson popped off with 27 huge points. 12 for Andrews as he got Andrews back. Robbie Anderson had 17. And then the Washington defense that he picked up off of waivers, I passed on them because I was worried a little bit. And they actually got more points than the Cardinals defense by 3 points. But they both those defenses on the waivers both did extremely well. As Washington's defense is looking very, very good, I have to say. On Matt's side, it all started on Thursday night where he started Cam Newton on against that great Rams defense. And last week in the show, he also had the Rams defense starting, but instead he benched him on Thursday, and it was looking like a horrible decision. It turned out not to be nearly as bad as the Cowboys ended up getting him 17, so he only lost 3 points off that. But Cam, just 4 points, not going to cut it when you get into the playoffs. I mean, the rest of his team really put up a good amount of points. It was just the quarterback situation. Adam Thielen also had a horrible game with only 6 points. But Derrick Henry tried to keep him in it. But just too many points and too many great performances from Zach. Zach is going to need that type of consistency next week against Puke. He's going to have to come with a high amount of points to beat Puke. So hopefully his team can do it again. But Zach, any comments after the huge win, moving on to face Puke in the next round?
Well, I already lost next round.
Okay. Well, you won
But-
against Matt, so any comments about your
Yeah.
win against Matt?
It was pretty easy.
Okay.
Well, it was a walkthrough.
hmm
That's about it. That's all I gotta say.
And Matt is not here, unfortunately, as he left the party right before the show. And then is going to be getting back on after the show, so that just means he's dodging the show and dodging his loss. So you hate to see that out of Matt, but good season nonetheless for Matt. I think Matt's team is a very solid and good team. Some of the moves he made during the year were decent, like getting Claypool. He didn't have a good game this week, but he had some decent performances. I mean, Derrick Henry has been a stud all year. The only thing with Matt's team was the reluctancy to ever get rid of Cam Newton in bad matchups and switch him with somebody else. Like Trubisky had 24 huge points on his bench. Swift had 15. So, I mean, he left some points on his bench. And yeah, his reluctancy to ever get rid of Cam might have cost him some in the playoffs or in some other games that would have got him a better seed. But GG's nonetheless to Matt. Good season. As we move on to the preview of the upcoming matchups, to look at the playoff bracket real quick, as Zombie and Pook's teams on their buys put up decent amount of points, 130 and 149, so they're definitely the teams to beat right now going into the semifinal round. We have Pook versus Zach and myself versus Zombie, so some huge matchups. Can any upset happen? That will be the question mark as we move to preview these matchups. We'll start first with myself versus Zombie, as I clicked on the wrong thing. And in this matchup, Zombie is clearly the favorite. 135 to 122 is the ESPN projection. Zombie did beat me in week 11, 140 to 120. So definitely going to need some big performances if I'm going to make up the gap and pull off the upset. I have Aaron Rodgers against Carolina, which I really like that. That's a good matchup for Rodgers. Kamara versus Kansas City. I hopefully he can put up another 20-some points. I'm going to need him to if I'm going to have any chance. Drake versus the Eagles defense. It's tougher defense, but Drake's been pretty consistent in the last 5 weeks of getting some double-digit points. Godwin against Atlanta. Godwin, you cannot do what you did last week. I need a huge game out of you against that Atlanta defense if I'm going to have any shot of beating Zombie. Tyler Lockett against Washington is a tough matchup, so hopefully Lockett can get a bunch of receptions because he probably won't get a touchdown. That'll probably be DK. Gronk against Atlanta. I also need Gronk to do something big against that Atlanta defense. And then J.K. all day Dobbins against Jacksonville. I like the matchup. Hopefully the Ravens just use them like crazy against that horrible Jacksonville team. They should be winning most of the game, so hopefully they just run the ball a lot and he gets into the end zone once or twice. And then the Cardinals defense against Jalen Hurts in Philly. Jalen Hurts had a good game this past week against the Saints, but he ran quite a bit. So hopefully the Cardinals learned a little bit and we'll make them throw some down the field. So we'll see what happens. That could go either way. Either the Cardinals could feast on them or Jalen Hurts could feast on the Cardinals. On Zombie side, he has Patrick Mahomes against the Saints. So a little bit of a tougher defense, but it's still Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Le'Veon Bell in there against the Saints as well. Is Clyde Edwards-Helaire not playing, Zombie? Is that why you're starting Bell?
You had Balaj in there
yeah, he did.
10 minutes ago.
I guess the Eckler news threw him off of Balaj, but so he's going with Bell instead. Interesting. Jeff Wilson against the Cowboys. That's a great matchup for Jeff Wilson, especially if Mostert doesn't play. That's even better. I'm a little worried about that one because Dallas is horrible against the run. Tyreek Hill against the Saints as well. I'm going to be a huge Saints fan this week as hopefully that defense can just slow down Kansas City a little bit. Devontae Adams against Carolina is very good. The only bright side is at least any touchdown passes. I'll negate a little bit of the points, but still, I need some throws, some touchdowns to other people besides Adams. Darren Waller tomorrow night against the Chargers. Pretty good matchup for Waller. I'm going to be very worried about that one. Julio questionable Jones, or as Cheese calls him, Coolio, against Tampa Bay. That defense can be tough, but against the pass lately, they've been garbage. Steelers against Cincinnati on Monday night. That is also a very good matchup. And then he has the Raiders kicker on Thursday night. So he's got two players. If he plays Balaj tomorrow night, he'll have three. So Thursday night will be a big one for us. Yeah, I think pretty much summed it up. I need some huge performances from Kamara and Godwin and Lockett and Gronk. Also, it would be nice if JK got the ball 20, 25 times. That is like my only path to pulling off this upset, besides the fact of the Saints just totally dominate the Chiefs, which I don't see that happening. I'm going to pick myself just because it's myself, but I am clearly the underdog. Good luck to Zombie. Hopefully it's a close matchup, and we'll see what happens. Puke, who are you picking in this playoff matchup? Hello, Puke?
Zombie.
Zombie, okay. All right, that's it. No comments, just Zombie, huh? Pretty
Yep.
strong of a team. All right, Zach, who's winning this week?
Yeah, there's no fucking way Zombie loses this one.
Okay.
We all know who's winning this.
Yeah, Charles Barkley, guarantee Zombie. All right, Ernie.
Yeah, just don't even, just sign out. You're not winning this.
Unlike
Puke won the
you,
league,
I
doesn't
will
really matter.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm not playing Puke Lee, luckily, this week, so I don't know what him winning the league has to do with it. But all right, Hunter.
I think it's gonna be close, but I think it's gonna be Zombie.
Okay, and Slaps.
I am going for the underdog.
All right,
Walter,
an
you
upset.
are coming out with a win here.
Okay, all right, interesting. And Zombie, comments on our matchup. Good luck to you, lad. Go ahead.
Yeah, good luck. I think I'm gonna win, and I think it's gonna be because your boy JK half a day is gonna screw you over.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see. I would love it if my Ohio State lad would carry me to this huge upset. That would be great. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully, at least it will be close. But we'll see what happens. Moving on to the second matchup of the semifinals, we have Zach versus Puke. And this one, according to ESPN, is going to be a massive blowout as Puke is projected for 151
Fucking
points.
huge.
That perfect team in Puke's 151 points to Zach, but Zach still 125 is a solid score. So we look at the matchup. Zach has Justin Herbert tomorrow night against the Raiders. That Thursday night game is going to be huge in this matchup as Zach needs Herbert to go off and hopefully not go off to the Chargers that Puke has last week. He also has Chris Carson, who's listed as questionable against Washington. A tough defense, but Carson's been playing better since he came back. The $55 man, Mike Davis, looking good to play Green Bay, whose rush defense is not the best, so that should be decent. As McCaffrey just not going to play again. Jesus Christ, you might as well just shut him down at this point, Carolina, because I don't know what the point. I don't know what the point of every week they think he's going to play, but then when the first day of practice, they say he's not going to play. Michael Thomas against Kansas City, also listed as questionable, but he should most likely play, I would think. Allen Robinson against Minnesota. That is a very good matchup. That is one right there. Allen Robinson, who used to be on Puke's team. Puke drafted him and then traded him away. Hopefully Robinson can put up some huge points against that crappy Minnesota team. Mark Andrews against Jacksonville should be very good as well. Robbie Anderson against Green Bay. And the Washington defense against Seattle. So higher powered offense, but they haven't been playing as well lately. So Washington's defense is pretty good. On Puke's side, Josh Allen against Denver could be a possible field day for Buffalo as they've been playing pretty strong. Austin Eckler, who's listed as questionable against the Raiders. I haven't seen the news today besides what Puke put in, so
He's going to play.
He's going to play according to Puke. So Dalvin Cook against Chicago. It's Dalvin Cook, so he'll do good. Keenan Allen also listed as questionable against the Raiders. What's going on with Keenan Allen, Puke?
He's playing.
He's gonna
I don't know.
Oh, you
Herb
don't
needs
know
him.
about that one, huh? Okay.
No.
Probably
Well,
gonna
if
play.
Zach can get so lucky to have Keenan Allen miss or Eckler,
gonna
one of
put
them miss, then
Tyron in.
that would be. You're gonna put in who?
Tyron Johnson.
Tyron Johnson.
I don't even know.
Oh,
who
the
that is,
a
but
different
he's gonna
Chargers
pop off.
a different Chargers
Yeah.
wide receiver. Interesting. Okay.
That's a great pick.
Okay.
Mhm.
So he's just gonna full out go Chargers wide receivers just to screw the Herbert points. Okay, interesting. Diggs against Denver is also, he could be getting those double points from Allen to Diggs. Goddard against Arizona. Jonathan Taylor against Houston. That's a great matchup, and Taylor's been looking really good the last few weeks. And the Ravens against Jacksonville. Ravens defense got torched this past week, but they're playing Jacksonville this week, so that's a good matchup. And the number one kicker in the land, Young Ho.
That
Tampa
motherfucker. That
Bay,
is
yeah.
the guy that I
Young Ho.
am scared of.
Yep. I really want to see 2 upsets this week. It would be great to see the upsets. Unfortunately, I don't think either will really actually happen, but I think Puke's team is just a little too strong. Obviously, if the Eckler and Keenan don't play, that's a big help to Zach, but Zach's going to need some pop-off games from Can't Guard Mike and Allen Robinson and Robbie Anderson. I mean, his wide receivers are going to have to outscore Pooks by a decent amount, which I don't know if that's going to happen because Keenan and Diggs are both very good. And he needs that $55 man to run wild against that Green Bay team if he's going to have any chance. He's going to have to try to match Cook. Mike Davis is going to try to match Cook to have any chance for Zach. But I'm going to take Puke in a semi-close game. I think Zach's team will still play pretty well. Let's see here. Hunter, who's winning?
I feel like Zach could put up 130 or 140 this week.
Yeah. The question
It's
is
just
that
that
enough? Because
I don't think it's enough because even if Keenan Allen doesn't play,
yeah.
I feel like that Herbert cross out that Puke's trying to go for might actually work for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take Puke.
Okay. Zach's best thing would be Herbert throws 3 touchdowns to Hunter Henry. That would be Zach's best hope. All right. Ernie, is your boy Zach getting the win or what?
I wish with all my heart, but Puke loses bitch ass won the league.
Okay. All right. Slaps.
I am calling it right now. We are getting a double upset.
Wow.
Fuck
Double
you, Craig. You
upset.
stupid ass
Oh my
fucking
God.
Zach, my boy, you're getting dubbed. Let's go.
Okay. So then that was Zach. So Slaps is the only one that's going to predict a golfer versus Zach final. Man, that
I'd
would
like
be
to
a
see it.
juicy final. I would love to see that. That would be a juicy one. Me versus Zach in the final. But got to get through 2 juggernaut teams first. So that's going to be tough. Zombie.
Fuck. There's no good choice here. You-
So you're
Either
gonna take a
Lee's
tie?
bitch ass wins, or Zach's fucking grandpa ass goes to the final with trash running back.
Okay. Well, who do you
Wow,
want to face?
My running backs are better than yours.
Yeah. His running
Yeah,
backs are
okay,
definitely
well,
better than yours,
uh,
Zombie. I wouldn't be calling anyone's teams that are still in the playoffs trash running backs compared to yours. But so who do you want to face then, Zombie? Obviously Zach.
I'd rather face Puke. I ain't scared of his
Really?
bitch ass.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, that's some strong words there. All right.
Somebody
I like
clip that.
All right, Puke, are you getting this dub or what?
I'm picking Zach.
Oh my God, Puke.
You're a clown.
Really? You're gonna do that,
You are a
Strat?
clown.
You're projected to beat him by 26 points, Puke, and you say you're gonna take Zach? Hello, Puke?
Unbelievable.
And it all falls silent.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know Puke was gonna be this much of a pussy on the show. Holy shit.
My bad. My
Alright.
bad. I think Mike Davis is gonna drop 30.
Ooh, okay.
And Andrews is gonna drop 30 as well.
Okay. Wow. So you actually think you're gonna lose? Okay. I
Mhm.
call a cap on that, but okay. You just said last week you wanted Zach to win over Matt.
Yeah, I did.
But now you
But
think
that
so
was
basically what you were
expecting-
saying
no,
is
no,
you
no,
were
no,
thinking
that was
either team was gonna
expecting-
beat you this week.
No, that was before every other fucking pass catcher for the Baltimore Ravens had got COVID and McCaffrey didn't come back.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
Fair enough. Any comments to Zombie about him wanting to face
No.
you and take you on? No?
No.
Okay. All right. And Zach, I know you've said you've already lost this matchup, so In an alternate universe where you pull off the upset and I pull
said
off
that,
the...
okay? I
Oh.
never said that
Oh,
shit. Ernie, you
okay.
need to change your fucking pick. Because I'm
Oh.
going to go out there and beat the fuck out of Puke Lee.
Wow.
Get his ass kicked,
Stupid,
and I'm going to take him
stupid
behind the shade.
Trump
I'm going to tie him up
coronavirus
in the
bitch.
whips
You're
and
gonna
the
lose.
chains, and I'm going to
Wow.
give it to him hard, and I'll
Oh
give it
my
to him
God.
fast. It's going to be
Wow.
quick, swift, easy fucking win. I'm going to beat your fucking ass, bitch. Can'tGuardMike.com.
All right. Wow, I like that
Ernie, change your
confidence.
pick.
Nice. Ernie, would you like to
I'm
change your
changing
pick?
my pick.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook is gonna tear this fucking ACL.
Yeah, that fucking
Keenan
fake
Allen's
ass
not playing.
motherfucker.
Zach, I
Dallas
would say you
Goddard
sound.
is not gonna play because my boy Zach Ertz is back.
Zach, I would say you are a Michael Thomason, but that would get me banned on Twitch.
Okay,
What?
Zombie,
Oh,
that's
get it?
a bad joke. 'Cause
Have a
the
good
term
night.
of service on Twitch hasn't even taken effect.
Good night,
That was an L, Zombie. All right, so anyways, as we look real quick
I was sleeping. Thank God you guys woke me up right now.
real quick for the losing people that didn't make the playoffs, this is a shout out for Ernie because he wanted to make a say. I don't know why, because he fucking lost to Bill once again. But looking at the consolation real quick, Hunter beat Pussy once again. Bill beat Matt or Ernie once again. So back-to-back
Oh my
weeks,
God.
both those teams
We
win. And
don't
we don't care
care.
about the
We
final
don't
game,
care.
about
We
those under
don't
100
care.
players. But Ernie, go ahead. One comment about your matchup this upcoming week that you supposedly care so much about against, who is it, Cheese? Do you guys have a bet on
Oh
that?
my
or
With
God.
all my heart, Pussy didn't want to bet. I hope with all my heart that Dalvin Cook tears his ACL. That's all I had to say.
All right. Interesting.
Wow. Imagine
interesting.
losing to Bill and Cheese in back-to-back weeks.
Shut
Imagine
the
if that
hell
happened.
Shut the hell up, Hunter. We don't care.
All right. So just as a reminder for the people that are in here, Ernie, Hunter, and Slaps, you all will get another shot at predicting the semifinal and final bracket. If you predict these two matchups correct within 5 points and the final correct within 5 points, you will win $75. So almost your whole entry fee back. Nobody was successful last week as Slaps' matchup let Bill down, and who was it? Hunter. You only predicted Zach to score 95 points last week, and he put up
Fuck you,
154
Hunter.
points. That was a little off there, Hunter. A little off. So
Dumbass.
you guys get another chance. Make sure you DM me your prediction before tomorrow
I'm
night's
sending that
game.
shit right now.
Before tomorrow night's game, since you guys are in the show, thank you for being here and being good sports.
Who's playing who?
We just went
Jeez.
over
Jesus
it, Ernie.
Christ,
It's
dude.
literally on the
How
screen.
do I get in the playoffs again?
Puke versus Zach, me versus Zombie, and then the final, based on whoever you predict off of there. All right, but good luck to the teams in the playoff. Good luck to the semifinal matchups. Hopefully they're close games and entertaining games. Hopefully all of our players pop off and stay healthy. All right, Zach, time for your segment. Take it away.
Once again, another week. We are coming to an end here at the Zach 10K's Completely Unbiased Fantasy Football Rankings Playoffs Edition. Here we have some best games ever, some more.
We got
this
some
is
new
the same as
additions
last
here.
week.
No, they're not.
And some new additions. We have some new additions. I like some of these words. We have degree, Bill's numbers, I'm chill, sarcasm. That's a good one in there. Oh
Charles
my
Barkley
gosh.
guarantee.
Charles Barkley guarantee. Good one, Hunter. Then we have fam in the bottom right.
I'm chilling.
Those are good
I'm
ones.
chilling.
I'm chilling. You like that one, Ernie? I'm chilling. Good. Okay, moving on.
Golfer, you
Moving
forgot
on.
one.
What?
Oh.
You left Jed from The Bachelor up there.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing a graphic.
Who the fuck is that? Who
Oh,
watches
right.
The Bachelor?
I don't
my
even
God,
know.
Puke Lee.
It was just part of the image.
In the matchup of Bumfuck Bills versus my good friend Matt, my very good friend Matt, that winner is my good friend Matt.
What?
Coming out yep, he beat the Bumfuck Bills because he is my good friend. But he has a very, very tough matchup against
Fuck
Camp
you,
Guard
Buffalo
Mike this
Bills.
week.
You'll have to
Fuck
see,
you, Buffalo
You'll have to see
Bills.
that positive statement. Nothing has the power to bother me. My positivity never
Look
stops.
at that, top right.
I feel so
Why are you
positive
studying?
after
Why
that.
are you studying? Matt, Golfer, stop
Great
studying. Why are you
job,
studying?
graphics
Let me
man.
talk.
Wow, golfer, great job. Can't guard Mike versus my good friend Matt next week. It's a juicy one. Next in the bracket matchups we have Golfer and Zombie.
The
That was
solid
our that happened
blowout.
last week.
Okay, Golfer beat the fuck out of Zombie. It was pretty
Of
easy.
course.
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes after the stream last week, I remember Zombie was down to minus like 50 points. I can't
Shit was
remember
over
exactly.
before it even began.
Yeah, shit was over before it
We
even
don't
began.
care.
And we had Bill, who also beat the fuck out of Pete, the Scammer Slayer. That's a juicy matchup going forward. Let's see what happens during this week.
Is it really? I mean, it's crazy build numbers.
It's a 5 seed versus
I
a 4
mean-
seed matchup. You never know what can
I
happen.
mean, if Bill's numbers win
have-
this matchup, then I mean, with all of Bill's teams losing,
I
to my
really do hope
teams,
he does.
Yeah, we have a
There's no
Tottenham
way.
versus Arsenal matchup here. I wonder how that can go.
2-0, just
And
like
the
last week.
and Ohio State versus Michigan matchup.
God, look at that ass raping! Holy shit!
Holy shit, that's a bunch of red.
Holy
Bunch
shit.
of red right there. And in the next matchup, we have Jack Pusa. I don't know why he keeps saying pussy on there. That's the graphics.
It's just
man.
what you
That's
sent me,
all
Zach.
him.
I put what you
That's
sent.
not what I sent him. All right, we have Pusa versus Hunter.
I've seen this
Craig.
before.
My good friend Pusa.
Craig, last week I forgot to put your ass on there, and if I remembered to put your ass on there last week, then you probably would have still been in this bracket today. But I'm sorry, I forgot about you last week. It was just a tough matchup against you and my very good friend Jack Pusa. You were never gonna win that. Maybe next year. And then Hunter, who did Hunter beat? I forgot.
I don't know. It's your segment.
Goddamn, Hunter, you beat Cheese, Hunter. Good
Yeah.
job. That was pretty easy, I know. But this is a very tough matchup right here. Number 3.
I mean, Hunter dominates this matchup.
Oh yeah, twice in the fantasy football.
I don't know about
Yikes,
that.
I see that. And then
Fuck
we
you
have a
mean?
monthly
There's literally no
mood chart.
proof, Ernie.
We're gonna see who dominates the real life matchup.
What?
We're gonna see. Hunter, any comments on this matchup for the 3rd time this year?
See the past results.
Oh,
Not for the
okay.
real life matchup. What does that mean?
The real life matchup.
I mean,
Oh.
one wears a visor, the other doesn't. I don't need to say anymore.
One is a
So
national
we all
champion.
know who's winning. Exactly. One is a
Division-
national champion who doesn't wear a visor.
Champion.
Division
The other
eight
one
national
wears a
champion.
visor and has mood swings on the daily. You all know who to pick.
Moving on. We have number 7 Deer versus number 10 Lee. And
Who's
let me
winning
tell
this
you
one?
right now.
Who won? This is
Let me
interesting.
tell you right. Who? Don't do it yet, golfer. Don't do it yet.
Uh,
Does anybody have any predictions? Deer versus Lee.
The
Any
Deer
predictions?
definitely
Shout
is
him
winning.
out.
Yeah,
Shout
the
him
deer.
out. Ernie. Ernie says Deer.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see who wins. It's the Deer.
That thing's
The
still
upset
breathing.
of the bracket. And the upset of the bracket. The Deer beat the shit out of Puke Lee just like I'm
How's
gonna beat
that?
the shit out of
How's
Lee.
that upset? The deer
It
was
wake-
a higher seed
It
than me.
wakes up and gets out of the
shit.
car.
Yeah, that
unlike
thing is still
Ronaldo.
breathing. Oh
I
my
see it
God.
breathing. You did not kill it. You did not kill it. It killed you. Wow, that could be a Cinderella matchup here versus number 2 Ernie.
Oh.
Ernie, the graphics down there. Oh my gosh, oh dear, Snickers. Oh my goodness, great job by the graphics man. Number 7 Deer versus number 2 Ernie.
Come on, Deer. You got this. Just eat those Snickers, and then Ernie will have nothing to eat.
Oh boy. Oh
and
boy.
he'll
All right.
lose. All right. Thank you, Zach.
And that concludes
Thank you for
this
your
week's edition of
great
Zach
segment once
by
again.
Space Football Rankings.
All right. Thank
Can't
you.
wait for next
All
week.
right. Good luck to everyone. Reminder, next week will be the final show of the season as we will preview the final championship matchup between the two winners of this week. We will also be having an end of the season awards segment as well, where we will have some awards to give out to different people. So I highly encourage you to show up. There might also be a monetary attachment to some of those awards,
Ooh.
possibly, if you show up. So keep
Ooh.
that in mind. But anyways, and we also will have Zach's final segment as well, which that alone is worth showing up for. All right,
It sure
GG's
is.
to everyone. Good luck to the playoff teams this week, and we will catch you back here next week for the
I hope